Hi guys, it's Vanessa from Wander Onwards, and today we are talking about my Korean skincare routine. For all of my life, essentially, I've struggled with really bad cystic acne. It really weighed a lot on me emotionally. Here's a picture of what my skin used to look like, and this was just a few years ago. And this is what my skin looks like now. Still some way to go, but she's looking cute. So in order to combat my adult acne, I've started reading into Korean skincare. I find that Korean skincare really focuses on active ingredients. So I know exactly the type of result I'm going to get from hyaluronic acid, from retinols. And this really allows me to kind of play chemist in my spare time because I'm adding different active ingredients that I know pair well. Honestly, you're gonna hear a lot about retinoids in this video, and for good reason. I've probably collectively spent at least 2 to 3 years in my life on Accutane. Accutane is actually a really powerful vitamin A pill that you can only get with the supervision of a dermatologist, and normally you start quite on low dosages because it's really harmful to your body. I think I started on like 20 milligrams a day, and then I moved up to 80 milligrams a day. I think once I was on 120 milligrams a day. And you do this anywhere from like 3 months to a full year. You actually have to sign a contract that'll assure the doctor or whoever that you're not gonna try to get pregnant during this time, because the retinol is just so damaging to a fetus, and that's why they require like 2 forms of proof about the type of birth control you're on, which is a lot. You also can't drink on Accutane because it's really attacking your liver the entire time, and you become photosensitive in the sun. So when I was in the Philippines on Accutane, I actually saw each individual hair follicle burn, and I would turn into like a cheetah or something. And that's when I really started to understand, like, these are powerful drugs. This is not to be messed around with. And unfortunately, I still have acne. I just can't seem to beat this. People on my dad's side of the family still have adult acne that's quite serious, so I feel very grateful to at least be where I am currently. It wasn't until the most recent Accutane where I really experienced some terrible stomach issues, and my digestion got really bad, so I was thinking, like, I can't do this again. I have to figure out the root cause. I need to find alternative resources to tap into, because this is just not worth going through yet again. And especially because I'm a little bit older now, I'm almost 30, there are side effects on like the reproductive system that I don't really want to take into consideration anymore. So for me, I am trying to solve this the old-fashioned way, which is through trial and error, and then like natural alternatives, or as natural as I'm willing to get. So today I'm gonna demonstrate the products that I use. It's part of the Korean skincare 10-step routine, and I've kind of made it my own, so I don't use the face mask as often. Instead, I like to change the sort of active chemical that I'm using to every other day to give my skin a little bit of a break. So to introduce Korean skincare, it's a 10-step situation. I think I've gotten mine down to at least 8. The steps are: first, an oil cleanser, then a foam cleanser, toner, essence, emulsion, ampoule/serum, sheet mask, eye cream, moisturizer, and then sunscreen. So that's a lot. Hey guys, if you are liking this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate all of your support, and as a Latinx content creator on this platform, every single interaction matters. So thank you so much. Okay, so first let's have a look at my skin. So right now I'm only wearing a very thin veil of Laura Mercier's powder foundation. It's a mineral makeup, and I use that so it sits on my skin, it doesn't clog up my pores, and also I just don't like liquid foundations or BB creams or anything like that because I feel like they're really heavy on my skin, and I'm very much a like no makeup if possible kind of girl. I'd rather spend all that money on skincare, if I'm being honest. Any good Korean skincare routine starts with 2 types of washes. First, the oil wash. First, is it wash? Cleanser, there we go. First, you're gonna wanna start with an oil cleanser. And I'm currently using the Korres Wild Rose wash. Now this is gonna help you open up those pores and dissolve all of the bad oils and gunks, because this is chemistry. Like you need to remove oil with oil, and then you're gonna use a water-based cleanser to remove water-based impurities. And currently I'm using Face Theory's Clarifying Cleanser. It has AHA and BHA, and I find that this is super effective for my skin. I always look for AHA and BHA when I'm purchasing products now, because I feel like, I can see an actual difference, which is really amazing. This is for combination and oily skin. And with the oil cleanser, I use my Foreo scrubber. This is made out of silicone, so it's really good for making sure that bacteria doesn't grow on it. Actually, I just scrubbed it clean, so I see a little bit of bits in it. Womp womp. It has 2 different settings. So the first setting I use to get all the oil cleanser into my skin and then rub everything off. Then I use the second Face Theory cleanser that's water-based, and then I use this on the second highest setting. I can really make sure that the cleansers are doing what they need to do. Let's move on to toners. So I am currently using Benton's BHA Skin Toner right here. It is amazing. I've been using it for the last year. Like I said, if it's got BHA in it, I want it. I seem to have quite a few issues with whiteheads, and so I noticed that immediately decreased with this bad boy. It's like 15 euros or pounds something, but it has snail secretion in it, and I love me a good snail. So I could highly recommend this. You can see I'm almost done with the bottle. I'm gonna buy a new one because I'm so in love with this. Okay, so this is something I recently discovered. There's actually a Korean beauty specialty store here in Munich, so I had to stop by. This is called Sioris, a Calming Day Ampoule. Now, I always thought I had like bad acne pro skin and I needed to hit it with all the acids in the world. Pew, 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 pew. But in reality, my skin was actually highly irritated. And so after I tried something that was more calming via this ampoule, I noticed like a night and day sort of difference. Sometimes we're so eager to fight our acne and fight fire with fire that we end up aggravating our skin more than helping it, because we're throwing so many different acids at it. And it was very clear to me after I started using this product that I needed to be more gentle with my skin. So that's when I started to rotate products. I stopped using pure retinoids, and then I saw a huge difference in my skin. Okay, so hyaluronic acid. It sounds scary, but I promise it's going to be your best friend. So my personal favorite is the Mizon one, hyaluronic acid 100%. I find that it's the most potent on the market, and I feel great after it. Like, it's silky and smooth. It absorbs really quickly. A problem that some hyaluronic acids have is they actually stay on top of your skin instead of permeating it, and then you get pilling from other products, which is gross, and I cannot believe they allow people to continue to make these products. Like, I'm paying good money for them. Stop pilling my other products. I've been using this for the last year. It's amazing. It really gets me through the winter. And if you have oily skin, hyaluronic acid is perfect for sebum control. It hydrates without creating additional oil, so it allows your sebum to be managed better. Okay, next step. I love retinol with all of my life. Like, it is the secret to youth. It is a fountain of youth, whatever you want to call it. I freaking love it. But it's a regulated substance. So I actually get my retinoids from Asia, and you can get them over the counter. Don't tell anyone. And so I normally go for like a 5%. So what retinoids do is they actually like force cellular turnover. So this is great for anyone who is suffering from acne scars and hyperpigmentation. I might have like went a little overboard by doing a microneedling session and then putting this shit on me like the next day. I basically peeled my face off. So be very careful with this. because my skin is so sensitive, I actually don't put it all over my face anymore. I use it as a spot treatment for like cystic acne, and this will get rid of it in 2 days. It's really incredible. Also probably why it's regulated. Instead, you can find lower grade retinols that are more over the counter and friendly for everyday use. So my favorite is the Calm serum by Face Theory. And I've been using this for the last year. I bought 4 of them and I brought them to Germany because they're so great. I use this every other day to try to help calm my skin down, as we talked about it. But there's 2% retinol in it, vitamin C, licorice, which is very calming, and dill. Now, I know that this seems a little counterintuitive to put vitamin C and retinol together because they kind of cancel each other out sometimes. But for some reason, this works. Like, you can see hyperpigmentation like melt off. And then when you wake up, you have a little bit of oil on your skin as a result of the lactic acid that's also in there. But you feel hydrated, you feel like you're glowing. I'm honestly so impressed. The best kept secret for eye cream is retinoids. Like, honestly, you're gonna hear a lot about retinoids in this video, and for good reason. So the one that I use is the Oku Wake Eye Cream by Face Theory, Oku Wake. You're also going to notice that not a lot of these products have like Korean names. Just because I'm doing the Korean skincare system doesn't mean you have to use Korean skincare specifically. As long as you understand how the active ingredients work with each other, you can layer from Kors, you can layer from Kiehls, it doesn't matter. Thing that you need to remember is that you're using them in the right steps, because some molecules are bigger than others and they can't permeate your skin as easily if they're layered the wrong way. Back to the eye cream. I found that Face Theory has really good active ingredients in their products for a very reasonable price. So my absolute favorite eye cream is the Kiehls Night Something. It's like in a little blue bottle. That shit's like $40 for 10 grams, 15 grams, which is bonkers. So this one actually is 30 milliliters, and this lasts me 4 to 6 months. It has retinoid in it, it has collagen in it, and then I couple it with this little machine here. This looks like a sex toy, but whatevs. And this uses high frequency waves and then light theory and cooling and heating. Real cool, right? Let's do heating. There we go. You can see the red. I don't know if you can hear the vibration. I put this under my eye and then I apply this around and around and around. I do this every night and it has made a massive difference. I started using concealer for the first time under my eyes and I was like, oh no, honey, this is not acceptable. So then I started to read more about what eye care is like and what might work for my skin, and I'm back to retinols. This also helps it absorb properly because you never want to waste product. Okay, let's talk about moisturizers now. I actually use 2 different moisturizers based off of the time of day. So for daytime, I use this Filter Beauty Filter Cream. This is from Sun Park, I believe. So this is from Sun Park. It's made in Korea. It's fucking incredible. I actually add a little bit of Kiehls like shimmer something because it gives it like a warm red shimmer on my skin as well. In this particular moisturizer, there are special technologies in it. I don't know. There's special technology in this moisturizer that reflects light off of your skin. So it creates like a really even glow. It blurs impurities, it reflects light, it's really luscious. I freaking love this. Oh, and it's a primer. It's a primer. Like what can't this do? It's a primer too. And it helps me control my oil, so it helps me control my sebum. I've been using this for the last 3 years. It is the Kiehls Ultra Facial Cream, 24-hour daily lightweight hydrating formula for healthy looking skin. I use this as a night cream specifically because I really love the light reflecting properties of the Sun Park product that I just described, and the fact that it's a primer. This does not hold makeup quite well, so you need to use a primer with it. but it's super light, it's very hydrating, it makes you feel clean. So that's why I love to use it at night. And lastly, if I'm going outside or even inside, so even inside I wear sunscreen still because you can never be too careful. This is actually like a pleasant mistake. I ordered a different sunscreen and this one came instead. This is the Etude House Surprise Mild and Airy Finish. I got this on Amazon. It retails for about $10 and it actually dries in a really light way. It's almost like a cloud. Hold on. And so if you're struggling with oil production, this is really gonna help. And there is a little bit of a white cast immediately after you apply it. You can kind of see it on my skin, but that actually goes away. So you can see on my skin, no white cast. And it's SPF 50, all day lasting, PA+++, whatever the fuck that means. And this one is Korean, so I would be able to tell you more about it, but the other side is in Korean. Okay, and lastly, my new product that I'm giving a test run. So there are supplements called dimmers, and this is supposed to impact your estrogen levels in some way. Another girlfriend was seeing a naturopathic doctor and was recommended that she try dimmers. You remember it like dim sum, or at least that's how I did it. So in Germany, the only one that I could really find was Vitabay's broccoli extract, and the dimming component of it is apparently derived from broccoli. So that's why I take these little guys every night. I've seen a difference, but it could also be because of this little guy. I think my acne is getting progressively more and more manageable, which is really exciting. But I have high hopes for this. I've been taking it for the last month and a half already. Lastly, let me show you the Holy Grail. This is not part of a traditional like Korean skincare routine. I actually found this out from one of my Thai colleagues, and it's apparently quite big in Southeast Asia. But it's also very big anywhere in the world where skincare is important because it just makes sense. So this is a microneedler contraption. It's like a little wand. You put needles over there and then you turn it on. And there's actually light therapy on there. You can't really see because it's not dark out, but there's blue, which is for acne, and then you have red, and that's for collagen production. So when my acne was really bad, I was doing this every 2 weeks. You don't want to do it on active acne though, so I would just do it around it. And because you have needles that are puncturing your skin in like tiny, tiny, tiny places, this creates like a wound. And then what happens when you have a wound? Your body's like, oh my God, help. And you start to create more cells to cover the wound, and that creates new skin cells for you. The little caps that it comes with are these sealed needles. I don't know if you can see that right there, but there are 16 needles there, and you put this on the top of there and just like run it over your skin in circular motions along with some hyaluronic acid. After you do this procedure, you're not going to want to put any harmful acids on your skin for at least 48 hours. So no more retinoids. Strictly the calming serum, the hyaluronic acid, that's it. And if you don't follow that, you're going to peel like a motherfucker, like I did, and then that is not the most attractive thing. You also have to watch out for sun exposure because your skin is hypersensitive at that time after it's done its procedure, and you just don't want to fuck around with the sun. So the one that I have is called the Beautlinks. It comes in this box. In the box, you have a bunch of those needles, so you're good for a couple months. Let's see. There we go. So here's all the needles that you have. And I do this procedure every 2 to 4 weeks. It depends on how aggressive I want to be with it, but Because this is a home remedy, it's not as powerful as when you would get it done in a salon. So that mildness of the treatment allows you to do it a little bit more often. All right, guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions about any of these products, I've actually linked them down below. And please just DM me on Instagram or comment below. Like, I love hearing from you guys. I want to hear all the stories. I'll also put a picture of the before and after because it's important to see like where my skin has come from. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It would really make my day. It lets me know that you want to see more content like this and I can keep producing. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to get notified about new videos every week.